Have you seen those AI memes stacking up millions of views lately and wondered how people make them so fast consistently? Well, everyone behind them has figured out one thing. Every single viral format is really built the exact same way. So in this video, I'll hand you all 5 formulas blowing up right now. And honestly, they're so simple that by the end, you'll be making your own on any idea you want. So the first format is one you've definitely seen already. 3 little cats in streetwear doing a synced dance down an alley. And it looks way harder to make than it actually is. Because normally, getting 3 characters to dance in sync without their clothes or their faces changing is the kind of thing you'd need a real animator for. You just make one picture first and then you animate it, and that's the formula behind every format in this video. So I'm doing all of this inside Higgsfield, which lets me run a bunch of different AI models in one place. And if you want to follow along, I've left a link to Higgsfield in the description below. Now, for this first step, I want the image model, so I'll switch over to GPT Image 2. Then I'll set the quality to high, the resolution to 4K, and the aspect ratio to 9:16, since these are vertical videos made for your phone. Then I paste in the prompt that locks everything down, the 3 cats, their exact outfits, the alley, the golden light, all of it. And there they are, all 3 standing in the alley exactly how I described them. Same outfits, same lineup. Getting that one picture right is the part that matters most, because from here, the video model doesn't invent anything. It just copies this frame, so the cats stay identical the whole way through. So now I take that same image over to the video side, and this time I pick Seedance 2.0. I drop the image in as the first frame, set it to 15 seconds, 9:16, and 1080p, and turn the bit rate up to high. By the time you're watching this, Seedance 2.5 should already be out and available on Higgsfield, so if you have access to it, you can use it here instead. Then comes the prompt that actually makes them move, and I don't just tell it to dance. I break the dance into small chunks, a few seconds each, so there's never a dead moment where they're just standing there. The camera stays locked off the whole time, straight on and medium wide, with a subtle micro push-in on each musical drop. And I write the music and the beat right into the prompt as well. And it comes out great. All 3 stay locked in sync the whole way. Nobody's outfit changes halfway, and it lands right back on that opening crew pose, so it loops without a cut. So that's the whole format. 1 image to lock the cats, 1 prompt to move them, and your first meme is done. But dancing cats are the simple one, because the next format doesn't just pull views, it actually makes people feel something, and that's a lot harder to do. And the sad cat story is the one that really pulls that off, because you know the whole time that it's fake and it still gets to you anyway. It works because it isn't really a video, it's a tiny story, and the whole thing depends on one small object you follow from the first second to the last. It's the same 2 steps as before, so I'll move quicker this time. First, the picture. So I'm back on GPT Image 2, same as before, at high, 4K, and 9:16. This time, I'm locking in 2 characters, a big round ginger cat and his tiny kitten. They're sitting out in the rain against a wall, and there's a little cardboard sign next to them that reads, "Will purr for food." And there they both are, soaked through. The sign propped up beside them, and an empty tin cup sitting out front. That cup is the part I actually care about, because that's exactly where the story starts. Then the video where the story actually gets built. So I bring that frame into Seedance 2.0 at 15 seconds, 9:16, and 1080p with the bit rate on high. The prompt walks through 3 quick cuts. A stranger drops a single coin into the cup. The cat carries that same coin to a bakery and buys 1 little cupcake with a candle, and then he gives it to the kitten in a cardboard box while the rain keeps falling. And the one line that really makes it work is where I call it that same coin just once in the middle cut at the bakery, because that's what tells the AI to keep it as 1 coin across all 3 cuts. And that's exactly how it played out. The coin dropped into the cup, that same coin became the little cupcake, and by the end, the kitten had itself a birthday in the middle of a miserable rainy day. I also kept the whole thing almost silent, just rain and a soft hum in the background, nobody saying a word, because with something this sad, the second anyone starts talking, the mood's gone. So that's the whole thing. 3 quick cuts held together by 1 coin, and somehow a cartoon cat that makes people a little emotional. But a single story can only hold someone for so long, so the next format is built to keep them watching all the way to the final second on purpose. The next one's a ranking of 4 funny animal videos counting down to number 1, and it's created to keep you hooked till the end. And you can't leave because of one simple move. The number 1 spot stays empty until the very last cut. You watch the other spots fill in one by one, but that number 1 slot just sits there blank, and nobody clicks away while they still don't know what takes it. Each cut is its own little video, made with the same 2 steps as always. The only difference this time is that I made them look like real phone footage, so they came out a little shaky, a bit out of focus, with the framing slightly off, like something a person actually caught by accident, and every voice in them came from behind the camera. The settings stayed the same across all 4 cuts. Every picture was GPT Image 2 on high, 4K, and 9:16. Then every video was Seedance 2.0 at 7 seconds, 9:16, and 1080p with the bitrate on high. First up was the kitten. I locked in a still of it eating out of a bowl with a cucumber sitting on the floor behind it, then animated that classic jump scare. It turned, spotted the cucumber, and shot straight up into the air.
Wait for it.
And it totally worked. The kitten flew up, and the camera jerked up a half second too late, the way you actually would if a cat suddenly launched in front of you. That clumsy late camera move was the whole reason it felt like real footage, and not something animated. Then there was the hamster holding a whole baby carrot in both paws. I locked that shot and animated it, stuffing the entire carrot into its cheeks until they puffed up way too big, and it tipped over backwards. Now here I wrote the physics out on its own separate line, away from the action, so the AI would tip it over nice and slow, because when it snaps back too fast, the whole joke falls apart.
No way.
And this is how it came out. The cheeks blew up huge, it toppled onto its back, and just carried on chewing like nothing had happened. Number 3 was a line of penguins waddling through the snow. I locked the shot, then animated the second one tripping over a little rock and face planting, while all the others just strolled past like nothing was wrong. With this one, the recovery mattered way more than the fall, so I made sure the penguin got back up, shook itself off, and waddled on like it totally meant to do that, which also kept the video from feeling mean.
Look at them go. He's fine.
And the fall came out perfect. It slid across the snow on its belly, and not one of the other penguins so much as looked over. And then number 1, the capybara, sitting in a hot spring with an orange balanced on its head. This was the weird one, because the whole gag is that nothing happens at all. I locked the shot and just let the orange slowly roll off its head, while the capybara sat there doing absolutely nothing. To get that, I literally wrote "does not react, not a flinch" twice in the prompt, because I needed the AI to hold it completely still.
He's got an orange on his head. He doesn't even care.
And sure enough, the orange plopped into the water. The capybara gave one slow blink, and it took the number 1 spot by doing the least out of all 4. Then I brought all 4 into CapCut and hard cut them together in order: cat, hamster, penguin, capybara, with no transitions between them. The title, Ranking the Funniest Animals, sits pinned across the top of the frame from the very start and stays up there the entire video. And the empty 1 to 4 list runs down the left side of the frame on screen from the start as well. All the on-screen text went in here during the edit, not generated because the AI still can't spell. As each video played, its number was stamped into the list, but out of order on purpose. 2, then 3, then 4, and number 1 only landed right at the end on the capybara. Then I exported it at 1080p, about 28 seconds total.
Wait for it. Oh my god. No way.
He's fine.
He's got an orange on his head. He doesn't even care.
So 4 random animal videos turned into one video with an actual ending, all because I held that top spot back. But every format so far leaned on something actually happening on screen. The next one throws that out completely and still pulls people straight in. This next one is AI ASMR, and even though there's no story and barely anything moves, it might be the most addictive format on the whole list. And it's so addictive because the sound is the actual content here. The picture barely matters. It's a single close-up of something really satisfying, or something that shouldn't even exist, and the crunch crunch or the crack is what people are really showing up for. And there's no talking in it and no story either, so the same video works in any country, in any language, without changing a thing. The 2 steps stayed the same, but this time, almost the whole video prompt was just me spelling out the exact sounds I wanted. All 3 run the same way: GPT Image 2 on high, 4K, and 9:16 for the picture. Then Seedance 2.0 at 10 seconds, 9:16 and 1080p with the bitrate high for the video. For the first one, I locked a tight close-up of candied strawberries with a knife hovering just above them, then animated the knife pressing down and cracking through the hard sugar shell. It came out really sharp. The shell splintered and little shards scattered across the board. I had it cracked twice, the second one louder than the first, so it didn't drag halfway through. The second one was stranger, an apple with a tiny face holding a slice of apple up to its mouth, so I locked that and animated it, taking slow, wet bites. The one thing I had to watch was describing that little face again in the video prompt, or it slowly melts back into a plain apple while it chews. But it held up the whole way, chewing with the juice running down its chin, right down to a tiny, satisfied sigh. The last one was my favorite, a capybara in a chef's hat biting into a glowing block of crystal honeycomb. I locked the shot and animated it. Biting down and cracking the honeycomb into bright little shards. And I kept the capybara completely calm the whole time, because the second it looked silly, the satisfying feeling's gone. And that's what sold it. It just calmly crunched this glowing block that couldn't possibly exist, totally unbothered. So there's no plot and no words, but just one sound done really well. And people will have no choice to sit and watch it on a loop. Now, every one of these has been a single simple video, but the last format is the biggest one yet, and honestly, the strangest thing in the whole video. So this one is the Italian brainrot, a full 30-second story with 2 characters, and it's actually supposed to look a little broken. These are those absurd made-up characters you've seen going around, the ones with the strange names, and with these you play the whole thing dead serious, like it's a real action movie. But this format needs one step the others don't, and that's because 2 characters have to show up in 2 separate videos and look exactly the same in both. You can't get that from a single image, so first I lock each character on its own, alone on a plain studio background, as a reference I can reuse. Every image in this one, both characters and both scene frames, runs on GPT Image 2 at high, 4K, and 9:16. I started with the star, and this one's actually called Tung 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 Sahur, a tall wooden drum creature holding a little bat, and I generated him standing straight and alone with nothing else in the shot. Then I made his enemy, a ninja called Cappuccino Assassino, whose whole head is a paper coffee cup, and I kept the exact same background and lighting as the first one, so the 2 of them would drop into the same scene later without one looking pasted in. The story's simple. The coffee ninja steals the wooden guy's bat in the middle of the night, so he tracks him down, beats him without landing a single hit, and takes it back. For the first half, I built the night scene out of both references, a dark village street with the wooden guy asleep against a wall and the ninja crouched on the roof above him, then animated the theft on Seedance 2.0 at 15 seconds, 9:16, and 1080p, bitrate high, all as one unbroken shot. The ninja dropped down, lifted the bat, and vanished, and the wooden guy woke up to an empty lap and a trail of coffee drips leading away. And at the bottom of the prompt, I added a lock line pinning it to exactly 2 characters, no morphing, no random third one wandering in. For the second half, I built the rooftop where the ninja was now stirring a giant cup of coffee with the stolen bat, then animated the fight, another 15 seconds at 9:16 and 1080p, bitrate high. Now, one thing you'll notice across all of this is that the characters wobble a bit, the movement glitches, and the physics get strange in places. And I leave every bit of that in on purpose. Because brain rot is meant to look slightly wrong, that's the whole appeal. And if I cleaned it all up, it would just look like a normal cartoon, which is the one thing this format can never be. Then I hard cut those 2 15-second halves together into a single 30-second video in CapCut, with no transitions between them. And that's number 5. So you now have all 5 formulas, and every single one comes down to the exact same move from the very first video. Lock one frame, then animate it. Run them once, and you've got 5 finished memes sitting there ready to post that same day, one from each format, and you run all 5 of them in the exact same place, Higgsfield. Both the image model and the video model you just watched are already built into it, so all the actual generating happens in one place. So sign up to Higgsfield with my link in the description and make your first one today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.